Well, if you're a horror movie enthusiast and a video game fan, today we are eating well because we got our first look at the upcoming Halloween modern video game coming to us from Illfonic and Gun Games. Now, not only did we get our first look through a trailer, they launched an official website with a ton of information, so I'm going to tell you guys all about it right after this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Michael B. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the brand new modern Halloween video game coming to us in the very near future. I myself am a huge horror movie fan. I love the Halloween series, and I'm so excited for this game. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you so much, everybody, for checking out the video. Guys, I always appreciate the support. If this is your first time to the channel, you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe, click the bell for notification, all that YouTube jazz. So today, guys, we got our first look at the upcoming Halloween game coming to us from Illfonic and Gun Games, and let me tell you something, they absolutely killed it with this trailer, especially for huge Halloween fans. The nostalgia levels were through the roof with the presentation, the music, the pacing. Everything looked so goddamn good, and I am so excited for what we're going to get from this game. Now, of course, this is not new information, as we knew a modern Halloween game was coming. In fact, going back to an announcement we got a little while ago about another Halloween game. So this is actually the second modern Halloween game we're getting in the last couple years. The first one announced was, of course, Retro Realms, the double feature where we got to play a new Halloween game and an Ash vs. the Evil Dead game. Now, these were very different experiences, retro-inspired, side-scrolling beat-em-ups where you play as the main protagonist killer. You could also play as Laurie Strode in the Halloween game. This wasn't exactly what everybody was hoping for, as there were iconic locations. The games were super fun. I know some people didn't necessarily love the level design, but it didn't truly capture what it was to play as Michael Myers in Halloween. Now, of course, we're getting the other side of that equation, because they told us at that time 2 Halloween games were going to be coming, this retro-inspired one and, of course, the modern one, and that's what the trailer announced, showed off today, the new Halloween modern gaming experience. Now, much like many other modern horror games, these are usually online co-op type games where you're trying to escape the killers. Of course, if you're familiar with the companies involved in making this, Illfonic and Gun Games, they are well known for taking popular horror franchises and turning them on to these online cooperative type games. Of course, the first one that's going to come to mind for a lot of people is the celebrated Friday the 13th The Game. So funny to say. Anyways, this came out many years ago and was loved by horror movie and online gaming enthusiasts, kind of like the game Dead by Dawn or Dead by Daylight. Anyways, everybody seemed to love Friday the 13th. Unfortunately, this game has gone offline now. The servers are shut down due to the, issues with the Friday the 13th license and the whole new Jason universe, but we're hoping this one comes back online at some point. I know my buddy Retro Eric over at Midwest Retro Gamers misses Friday the 13th. Hope it comes back online, but I bet you he's excited about the new Halloween game as well. Now, if Gun Games seems familiar from recent past about doing horror survival online co-op type gaming, that may be because they recently released the popular Texas Chainsaw Massacre survival horror game, so obviously the people involved have a knack for doing this co-op survival type gameplay, and that seems to be the main core of what the new Halloween game is. Of course, this was merely a teaser trailer. We didn't get a lot of information, but what we did get was hella good. It was a great representation of the Halloween franchise and set my nostalgia tingle to maximum, and I can't wait to experience this because it looks like they're truly capturing what it's like to be alive in Haddonfield during the Halloween movies. Now, on top of dropping the first trailer for the game today, they also set up their own webpage, doing a little bit more explanation of what we can expect from this game, which is advertised as not just a multiplayer experience like we saw with Friday the 13th and like we saw with Texas Chainsaw, but we're also getting a single player experience, which is actually super interesting. So you can currently wishlist the game on Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, and Epic Games. No word yet about Nintendo Switch, but they've got some more information there as well. Welcome to Haddonfield kind of going over, but the one that I find most interesting is constructing the ultimate horror sandbox and tackling single player and multiplayer modes in Halloween. Specifically, how is the single player going to work? We know about the multiplayer. I mean, this is old hat now with these kind of survival multiplayer games. You're basically a team of 3 or 4 people trying to survive the night with Michael Myers or, whatever horror slasher is famous for that time period, trying to track you down and kill you. So it looks like that's going to be the same experience here in Halloween. There's also some great pictures showing visuals from the games, the different stages. I think you guys will be pretty excited when you start looking through it. It's like you're put in a time capsule and put directly there in late 1970 Haddonfield, Illinois. So in the multiplayer mode, you and up to 4 other players can join up to help free your town from death itself. With an array of interactable elements, players will have to team up, be smart, brave, and efficient to aid their friends and the folks of Haddonfield in thwarting Michael Myers. Explore the film locations you know and love, cross multiple maps, and who knows, maybe you'll find some sweet Easter eggs from this horror masterpiece along the way. But what has me the most jazzed is the fact there's going to be a single player story mode available for this game, where I thought you'd be able to play as a survivor, but it looks like you're going to be able to play as Michael Myers himself. So they state, when we looked at how we can take asymmetrical horror to the next level for this project, we knew adding a single player mode would set us apart from other titles in the genre. Jared continues, we believe that the fun factor in gameplay comes above all, and adding this in definitely adds to that formula. And I would agree that's one of the big things that's missing from those other games we talked about earlier, both from Illfonic and Gun Games. Wanting to give fans the best experience alongside the multiplayer mode, the narrative for single player in Halloween takes on a new shape. I see what you did there, the shape. Playing as Michael Myers, walk through memorable locations from the 1978 classics such as the Myers house or bask in the recreated atmosphere of Haddonfield, which I just talked about a couple minutes ago. Wanting to bring players a mix of multiplayer fun with the desire to enjoy an immersive and interactive cinematic experience, we've placed emphasis on exploration and replayability in the single-player mode, with that largely informing the design of story mode. We hope to transport our players to 1978 Haddonfield for Halloween they'll never forget if they survive it. I couldn't be more excited about the concept of a single player in these games, as I'm a bit of a loser and I don't play a lot online with people, so being able to enjoy this for myself in kind of a story mode makes me very happy. So they also have another article up talking about constructing the ultimate horror sandbox, which basically is talking about recreating the iconic Haddonfield location from the 1978 film. Now, with Friday the 13th and Texas Chainsaw, you can get away with a lot of stuff because both those locations can be pretty generic. I mean, camp in the woods, and then, of course, with Texas Chainsaw, that area, you've got the main house, and then you've got, like, sheds and other areas. But, we have specific sets from the movies. We have a specific atmosphere they have to recreate, and I can't wait to explore 1978 Haddonfield in this game. So anyways, guys, that's everything we learned about the new Halloween game coming in 2026 today. Again, you can wishlist this on your platform of choice, except for Nintendo. You can go to HalloweenGame.com to find out all the latest information. And you can also follow Halloween Game or Halloween TVG on social media for all the recent updates if you're a big horror movie or Halloween fan like I am super excited to play the story mode in this game, the single player experience, and who knows, maybe I'll even play some multiplayer. Maybe I'll start playing some multiplayer of Texas Chainsaw Massacre to kind of bone up while we wait for this, and hopefully one day, Friday the 13th, the game will come back online too, and maybe we can catch up and play some multiplayer in that as well. Anyways, in the meantime, I'm going to be sitting here patiently waiting for more updates on Halloween the video game coming to us from Illfonic and Gun Games. So anyways, guys, that's my look at the trailer and launch website for Halloween the video game. Like I've iterated a couple times, being a huge horror movie guy, longtime Halloween fan, I'm pretty excited about this. Like, I'll have fun playing around in the sandbox they have there, but what really super excites me is this concept of a single-player modern Halloween game where you play as Michael Myers. I'm very excited to see how this plays out, how it works. Yes, you could play the other games single player, like I could play as Jason or I could play as one of the campers. I've yet to play Texas Chainsaw, but that's something I got to get into as well. But this speaks to something new, speaks to something different, and a different, more robust single player experience. So I'm very excited about that. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of everything we've learned about the new Halloween video game today? Are you excited for this game? Is this something you're looking forward to? Are you a fan of these survival horror multiplayer games? Is this something you normally play? Or will the franchise bring you to this for the first time, especially with the promise of a single player mode as well? Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. This is Michael B. the Game Genie. I'll talk to you next time.